Hey team, it's Friday. I hope you had a good work week, but the weekend is finally here. I want to tell you what's going on Sunday morning. Connections, we're meeting at the regular time, regular place, 10:30. And this week we're talking about fear versus faith. And you know, a lot of us live in kind of this constant fear, like these little nagging thoughts that are just kind of always in the back of our head. What if I lose my job or lose my house, or what if something happens to my spouse, or what happens if something happens to my kids, or what happens if I get cancer, what happens if you know, and the media doesn't help us any, because you know, you turn on the news and all it tells you is, you know, there's another half dozen products that are causing cancer now, right? And so it'd be really easy to weigh yourself down and constantly just be living in this fear. And so on Sunday morning, Dimitri and I both will be on stage, and we're going to be talking specifically about how to get over your fear and live a life of faith. Now, there's a couple things we're doing this weekend to back that up. We did some street interviews this week and just chatted with some people about what their biggest fears were and if they have hope in anything. And we also have kind of this drama monologue thing that a couple of our people are doing. So it should be a great weekend. Plus Dimitri's on stage, and he's always just a joy to listen to and hang out with. So that's this Sunday, 10:30. It's a great week to bring a friend. Not only is there going to be some spiritual information there, but some practical information. And if you've got somebody you've been waiting for a good weekend, I have people ask me once in a while, you know, when's a good weekend? And this is going to be a good weekend. So bring somebody Sunday morning at 10:30. Also, I want to run a piece of scripture by you, just throw something your way. I have a small group that meets on Thursday nights. If you don't have a small group, you're welcome to come hang with us. But my small group meets on Thursday nights. We've been going through 2 Timothy, and last night we read this great passage. This is Paul talking. Of course, he's writing to Timothy, a young guy, and he's kind of encouraging him on some things. But this is, if you can catch the spirit of this passage, this is kind of Paul's last, last hurrah. He kind of understands that his life is getting towards the end. He's been caught one too many times preaching the gospel, and you kind of sense this in this message as he writes to Timothy. And he says this. He says, this is chapter 4, I think. He says, you know, my life has already been poured out like a drink offering, and I'm getting to the end of what I've been called to do. But he says, I have finished the race. I have fought the good fight, and now stored up for me are crowns of righteousness in heaven. And I just think it's cool to hear this great, you know, spiritual giant kind of saying, you know what, I did what I was called to do. I ran the race, and I'm okay with the fact that my time is running out. I feel good about what I did. And how does that relate to you and me? I mean, if something were to happen to us, and you know, you're kind of at the end of your life, and you look back over your 20, 30, 40, 50 years, however long you've been alive, do you feel good about it? I mean, does it make you smile? Is there an excitement and a pride in you that you have fought the good fight, that you have finished the race, that you have run the journey that God has called you to? And I hope so. I ask myself that question a lot. Am I milking life? Am I getting the most out of it? Am I doing everything I'm supposed to be doing? And if you're not, make some changes. Change your life. Live in such a way that you would be content on your deathbed. And I hope that's a long ways away for all of us. But when that day comes, I want to know that I did what I was supposed to do. So anyway, just some good stuff there. You can read that yourself if you want. Just jump into 2 Timothy chapter 4. It's there kind of in the middle of the passage. But good stuff. So that's it. We will see you Sunday morning at 10:30. Show up early if you want a good seat. And take care. Happy weekend.